Have you guys ever wanted to watch anime with me? Well, now you guys can. We watch all type of anime and we do it on a nightly basis. All you guys have to do is follow me on Twitch and click the link in the description to join the Discord. With that out of the way, let's get into the intro. Whenever One Piece is chapter 1000 and episode 1000, or either or, just like Goku vs. Jiren and Attack on Titan season 4, I think this will break the internet. It's a huge accomplishment to be able to reach 1000 chapters that not every manga series can even dream of doing. Now, we did get confirmation that chapter 1000 will release January 4th, 2021. But with the unofficial translations always dropping a few days earlier, we could get chapter 1000 before the new year. With many other One Piece content creators giving their thoughts on the matter, I thought I'd give it a shot. If you guys enjoy regular One Piece content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out. With that out of the way, my name is Potential Unleashed, and here are some of my theories / predictions on what will happen in chapter 1000. Now, with everything that's going on in Wano, it's honestly really hard to predict what will happen, and there's a possibility that none of the things that I predict will even happen. But before I give my predictions, let me list the important things that happened in every chapter, well, every 100 chapter leading up to 1000. So after review, personally, I only think that every 500 chapters were really important, and their parallels is that they both introduce a new character. There are actually 6 things that I think that could happen in chapter 1000. The first, which I think is a given, is that most of the, if not all of the key players who are going to be the ones to defeat Kaido and Big Mom, they'll finally reach the top of the dome. I believe those characters will include Luffy, Law, Kid, Killer, Yamato, and Zoro. I have Marco doing something either with the Ice Demons or fighting King, or maybe even Big Mom. Honestly, I have no clue what his role is going to be. So I have Luffy, Law, and Kid being at the top of the dome because they're the face of the invasion. Yamato wants to take down her dad for the death of Odin. Killer's there, well, because he wants revenge for being forced to eat a smile. Oh, that voice crack, that was terrible. I'm sorry. But he was forced to eat a smile, and he's Kid's right hand man. And then we have Zoro there because it's been speculated that he's going to be the one to open Kaido's wound and maybe even possibly killing him. Now, I don't think this will be the end of the chapter. I think this will actually start at the beginning or the middle. They have to hype it up a little bit. Now, originally, I thought a new character would be introduced, or some character would come to Wano, but the likelihood of that happening, well, is probably not going to happen. I thought a character would show up because of the history in doing so every 500 chapters, Dragon in chapter 100 and Rayleigh in chapter 500. But with Onigashima flying, upwards towards the capital, there probably won't be a way for someone to get up to Onigashima. The characters that we already know about who I thought would show up will either be someone in the Straw Hat Clan fleet, Shanks, or Blackbeard. Now, I figure either Ryokugo or Vegapunk would be introduced because we just saw Fujitora, and Vegapunk has been hyped up since the time skip, and we've been really, trying to see when Ryokugo would be in the story, and I feel like seeing the Admiral in Wano would be ideal. We could also get a Big Mom versus Kaido fight in chapter 1000. Maybe that is when we have her finally admitting that she's going to betray Kaido. We've seen them clash multiple times on several occasions. We also saw Perospero and Marco try to break the alliance, to where Big Mom claimed, alright, this is going to be a loose translation, I don't have the manga in front of me, but she says, do you not trust me, or something along those lines, and that leads me to believe she has a plan to double cross Kaido and become the king, well, she's a female, so the queen of the pirates without his help. And this is honestly kind of, well, not a cheap way, but I don't want this one because this will, diminish all the Straw Hat Alliance and everything that they did. This could make it where Luffy defeats 2 emperors, but not really. And I kind of want to see Luffy actually prosper in defeating an emperor without, having another emperor step in. I feel like this kind of would take away from his accomplishments. Alrighty, so another possibility that I have is we have Luffy and Zoro use a tag team Conqueror's Haki moment, meaning that this is where Zoro unlocks his Conqueror's Haki. A lot of the community believes that Zoro will get his Conqueror's Haki, and this could be a great time for it to happen in this arc. It's his arc. We've seen plenty of times where Zoro has been the main face of Wano, and if it was for a new One Piece reader, like just to read Wano, you would honestly think that Zoro is the main antagonist. It was hinted a little bit in chapter 997 when Brook asked Zoro if he was using. The official translation says Colors of the Supreme King, even though it's the same thing as Conquerors. But now what could happen is we get Kid, Zoro, Luffy having Conqueror's Haki clash against Big Mom and Kaido. I think that would be really dope because obviously Kid is the only other known person to have Conqueror's Haki within the Supernovas. Another thing we can get is maybe we see Gear 5th during this chapter. Maybe not getting showcased, but it could get hyped up in the last panel of the chapter. Imagine the final panel, Luffy says something like, "Alright, let's finish this, Kaido," and lifts up his arm and says Gear 5th. That would be a dope cliffhanger to get left on. Now, the likelihood of this happening, maybe not him being Gear 5th right away. I still think he'll get one eventually, maybe at the end of Wano. But I think he'll attempt to fight Kaido in his Gear 4th form with Ryo first. Now the last thing that could possibly happen is Luffy gets his awakening. Maybe Kaido uses the Thunder Bagua and Luffy accidentally uses his awakening to block it. This could also be how he stops Onigashima from destroying the Wano capital, or just Wano in general, by turning the ground into rubber, either bouncing it back up or just slowing the fall. Either or, seeing his awakening would be really cool. Like I said about Gear 5th, I can't see this happening sometime in Wano, but in chapter 1000 isn't likely, and this is probably the least likely of the ones on the list. And those are just some of the predictions and theories that I have that we will see in chapter 1000. Let me know what you guys think will happen in chapter 1000. It's only about 3 weeks away, so maybe 4 actually, but I'm really excited for it and I can't wait to see what happens. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on that video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Those links will be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.